Hello, this is Incredible Mrs. Thrift, and I'm coming to you today, and it's entitled How to Make the Most of Your Grocery Experience. Now, when I say about that, I'm talking about, um, like, you go to the store, you want to get the best bargains for your buck. I mean, we all do, right? So, when I go to the store, I'm just letting you know some of the things that could help you out so you won't use so much money. And it's going to be at least four things. Four things that I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to get right into it, all right? The first thing is produce. So, when you go into the store, you think about your onions, your potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, corn, whatever you buy, asparagus. And so, what I do, this is what I do now. Um, they have a section over in the same, it's still in the produce, but it's off in the side. And it has all kind of produce. Now, some of this produce is good. Some of it, I just look at it sometime and keep it pushing. But some of it's very good. Um, just because, and this is me, just because it has a couple scars or bruises does not make produce bad. Now, if it's smushy, discolored, it stinks, of course you don't want it. Okay, that's just off the top. You don't want it. So what I'm saying is they have some over in the corner. Every time I go to my nearest grocery store, and it has 99-cent bags of like sometimes it's tangerines, sometimes it's oranges, sometimes potatoes, mangoes. What did it have? Sometimes it's zucchini, etc. It has different things. And I examine it. It's in a bag, but I hold it up and I look at it and I'm like, okay. And then I push on it, make sure it's not soggy or runny or anything. And that's when I get it if I see that it's decent enough to buy, you know, because if it's not decent enough to buy, I'll just go and get the regular produce that's regular price, and that's that. But if I can save some money by getting, um, hmm, say avocados. I love avocados. Say it was four avocados in a bag. They weren't uh, mushy, but they were on a little bit of soft side. That it means that you need to eat it that day. And say if you was going, it'd be perfect for avocado toast. So you could use it that same day. Go home or guacamole. You can go home, mix that guacamole up, and then you can put the guacamole inside of an airtight container, and then you don't have to worry about it, right? So, so that's what I would do. I would definitely uh, figure out what I'm going to do with the produce, and then I can determine if you should buy it or not. That's just me, okay? So always look first in a discounted if your store has discounts, because some stores don't have discounted food, but or produce, but mine does, and I'm glad because I've gotten a many of it and I've used it and it was fine. Okay. The second thing is breads and pastries. Now at my grocery store, they have an area also that has breads and pastries that are reduced. Now a lot of times you know what I mean, that's just a no brainer. You all you got to do is look and see if it had mold or something. But it don't be to that extent. You see what I'm saying? It might be day old, and hey, I get day old bread and things like that. It ain't gonna hurt you. Some people won't do that, but I said me. I'm telling you what I do to save money because it does not hurt you to get day old bread. what I do with it when I get it, well, examine. That's number one. I examine it. I examine it just like I do the produce. Examine it, check it out, and of course, there's nothing never wrong with the pastries or breads. And a lot of time they have the garlic bread that's day old, and I love me some garlic bread. And guess what? Every time I get it, and like I think the last time I got some garlic bread, big on nice roll, um, it was I think 48 cents. And what I did with it, I put it in the freezer. So when I got ready to want to eat it, I took it out of the freezer. I cut a piece off and I put it back. It's the same as any other piece I ever got from anywhere. So I'm just letting you guys know, don't be so caught up on what's the date of this. Oh, it's a little hard. All you got to do to soften up bread or pastries, you can put, uh, well, with a pastry, but I don't do it because I don't. But some people put a little butter and then they cover it with foil and turn it on really low in the oven, and it brings it back that softness. And then sometimes you don't have to put no butter because I don't like to put the extra stuff on it. Just wrap it up in some foil, and after you wrap it in some foil, put it on a low temperature, like maybe 175, and let it warm up in that foil. That foil will soften it up. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. Um, Number three is meat. Now that one is a serious one because you got to be really careful with meat now. If meat, if you see the meat and it stinks and it's a lot of blood in it, mm, I don't know. Me personally, if I see a lot of dark blood, I wouldn't want it. But some people would get it, go home, take it out of that package, rinse all that blood off, and put it in one of those Ziploc bags. Now I'm just saying, if that was a last resort, if you didn't have, let me tell you something. If you didn't have no food at your house, let's just be honest. And I've been there before, years ago, you know, and you don't have no food at your house. If you see a $2 steak versus a $12 steak or a $7 steak, and you really want to eat and you're trying to feed your family, you're going to figure out a way to feed them. So guess what I would do? I would bless it, wash it, cook it, and keep it pushing. Okay? I'm not telling you to eat nothing that's no good. That ain't what I'm saying. Let's put a disclaimer in it right now, because some people will turn things around. I'm not saying that at all. I said what I would do back in the day. Okay? So, uh, look at it careful. Look at the meat carefully. If it's like have brown looking or gray, I wouldn't mess with it. And especially if it stinks, you really don't mess with it. You leave it there for them to throw in the garbage because that's where it belongs. Okay? Um, and the last thing I have is about the cans, dented cans. If if they have dented cans in the area that they want to get rid quickly, most time it just got knocked down when it was trying to stock it. It might have got knocked down when they was delivering it, you know. So me personally, I will use a dented can of vegetables, fruits, whatever's in it. You understand? I'm going to use that. So I want you guys to really just think about it. Just think about what I just said about the meat, about the bread and pastries, about the produce, and about the dented cans. But it's your choice what you want to go in your body. Okay, when it all said and done, it's your business. I'm just saying what I would do. This is the things that have saved me money. Because dented cans ain't nothing but, you can get a dented can of corn and it's nothing wrong with it. Get a dented can of beans, and I can go on. So I'm just saying, make a wise choice when it comes to, what you put into your body. So anyway, I'm the incredible Mrs. Thrift, and you have a blessed day, and you keep on thrifting.